care about this community because it's our home too. Adams Sanitation. We're locals committed to our community. Sign up now for neighborly service from the friendliest little garbage company around.
This is the panhandle.
All right, we're back with Katie, and as we talk, she's done a lot professionally, but we're going to learn how she's giving back to our community through her role on the half-cent sales tax committee. She has chaired that committee in the past, but this year she is serving on the committee. That tax is helping fund the Southwest Crestview bypass, which I personally cannot wait to have, even though I don't have a commute. When I do have business in Fort Walton, I pack a snack and I pack a good book because I'm pretty sure I'm going to get stuck in traffic on the way home. So I know there's a lot of people that would like to know, when's it going to be done and how's it going to change our life? So Katie, you're on the sales tax committee. How long have you served on that? Are we going on 2 years?
Yes, yeah, a little bit over 2 years since origination.
Do you regret saying yes?
Oh, you know, there's always one more thing that we get added to the calendar. But this was so important for our community, and I knew that I was going to take it seriously, and I just felt like I couldn't pass it up.
Well, I'm glad that you did say yes, because I think you have that, you're treating it almost like a business, right? We have dollars and we need to make sure that they're accounted for and they go to important projects, one being the bypass. Where is it in construction right now? When do we think it will be done?
They're expecting 2024.
Okay. So life will get better for people in 2024. No. How will that impact small business when that project is done?
One of the biggest challenges for any business in this area is finding the workforce.
Yes.
And they struggle with finding affordable housing. Mm-hmm. And so, you know, if you've got the ability to drive from Crestview to Fort Walton Beach in a reasonable amount of time, you've opened yourself up to not only a lot more workforce, but those who are going to be happier employees because they're not stuck in traffic for an hour on either end of the commute.
Their quality of life will see an improvement.
It will.
Get home to have a reasonable dinner.
Yeah. The other thing I'm excited about with the bypass, on some of the preliminary plans that we're seeing, there'll be more commercial space that'll be opened up along the bypass.
Okay.
So you've got an opportunity for development on that side of the town. You know, right now, if we want something in Crestview, it's like all 85 or 90.
Right.
So being able to seek, you know, whatever, the small stores that you need to go to, a little bit closer to home, that'll help out a lot.
Okay, very neat. I know that's a big project that's costing a lot of dollars, but I know that's not the only focus that the committee has. Where are the rest of the dollars going so far?
Yeah. Project start to date,
yes,
we have approved $16.4 million.
Wow.
For a total of 24 projects, 25 if your husband and the rest of the commissioners will approve the project that we recommended on Tuesday.
Okay.
So we're waiting to hear back on that. I know. They've been so supportive, honestly, and the committee's been a great way to provide an extra set of checks and balances and an ear in the community for what's needed.
Okay. So how long is your term? How much time do you have left?
Oh, it was supposed to end in January.
Yeah.
But Nathan convinced me to stay on a little bit longer.
Wow. But you have a lot of the knowledge and...
Right. And the beginning of the process was a little bit more tedious because we were setting up a lot of reporting with the staff to help make sure that we were seeing how the projects were flowing, that we were not overspending in the current years to the detriment of the future years, that we were meeting the needs in a dispersed way throughout the county, and also to cover the 3 missions of the tax as it was proposed and passed: infrastructure, communications, and safety for the sheriff, and wastewater.
I see. And it's not just locals that pay that tax. I mean, you know, if you've driven on 85 lately or down 98, we're in prime vacay season, or I guess spring break, and that's kicking off the vacay season. How much do vacationers contribute to that tax versus local?
The statistics are a little tough to gather, but all of our revenue that has come in has consistently beat estimates. And last summer, even with the pandemic, was record-breaking in terms of the tourist activity in the Panhandle.
Wow.
So we've seen significant growth from that fund, which is just being able to provide, funding for additional projects, and hopefully helping the community to feel more comfortable with seeing this tax continue.
Progress.
Yeah.
So the pandemic did not slow any of the projects down.
No, we were really unsure at first. Last year I got a call from the staff at the county saying, we're not going to meet in March. I don't know when we're meeting again. And I think we missed maybe 2 meetings and then got back on track. And it's been really great to see what we've been able to do in Florida by keeping our businesses open and being committed to them.
Well, we appreciate that as a small business too, because we take the job of paying our people, and they have mouths to feed at home, very seriously. So I'm glad that we are through the hardest part of that, I hope.
I hope.
So you lived in Crestview, and then you moved to the beach.
We did.
You did. I'm a little jealous. You're on Okaloosa Island, and I hear you're getting involved now. What's going on down there?
I love Okaloosa Island. It is a gem, but it's a little rough in spots. There were a few things that happened personally that made me think I really needed to get involved. My kids love to ride their bikes just like yours. And our park that we go to is Marlar Park. But to get there, it's a little tricky.
Yeah.
And, the traffic is really tough as you get to the intersection with 98. And if you manage to make your way across, you get to drive on the broken sidewalks past the strip clubs.
Yeah.
Just what every mother wants.
Yeah, right. What's that, Mom? Yeah.
Exactly. So that was one thing that got my attention. And there was some work that we were starting to do, but there were some people, a very small group, that were against making any improvements. And I really was going to let it go. Like, we're both so busy. Who has time for this?
Right.
I took Emily, my 9-year-old, out roller skating, and she fell on cracks. I mean, probably 6 or 7 times. Aww. The sidewalk was just so messed up, and it's not wide enough. And I thought, okay, all right, Mama, get your butt in gear and do what you need to do. So there's a lot of great stuff going on the island. We've got a really bright future with the new Brooks Bridge that's coming in. The traffic pattern is going to make things so much more walkable on Santa Rosa Boulevard. And the bridge-to-bridge concept, it's a bike path that's going to take you from Brooks Bridge all the way to the Destin Bridge.
Oh, wow.
Will make for just such a beautiful outing with the kids in the afternoon. So I'm really excited to be able to see that happen. We've had tourists coming to South Okaloosa County for years. I meet people from all over the country who say, my family always vacationed on Okaloosa Island.
Right.
And, but if we could offer them the world-class amenities that the beautiful nature in our area really deserves, what an amazing treat. And we'd be able to use it all the time too. So
benefit as well.
We would.
Now, Okaloosa Island, is there a lot of families that live there, or is it mainly tourists? What is the mix?
Yeah, it is a high tourist mix.
Is it?
Several of the condos that are on the south side of Santa Rosa Boulevard are predominantly vacation rentals or second homes. Really small number of, full-time residents.
Gotcha.
On the right-hand side, or the north-hand side of the road, there are single-family homes. And there are families that live on Okaloosa Island. And we really enjoy being able to get out and take advantage of that. And I think with those kinds of amenities, you could see more families being interested in moving down there.
We went through the Sound by boat not too long ago, and just from the water's view, there are a lot of homes, and it looked like full-time residents. And y'all look fun. Like your backyards, I'm like, I want to live there. Y'all look like you know how to have a good time.
We sure do.
It was like, how's this cool?
I know.
So we've learned about Katie professionally, how she's involved in her community, but she's also a wife and a mom. And so there's some work-life balance that she has obviously accomplished. So when we get back, we're going to talk more about that. Oh, this is the Panhandle. So we're back with Katie Sharon, Portfolio Manager at BBVA Compass. We've talked about banking, business, career life, community involvement, but you're a mom, you're a wife, and you homeschool your children. I mean, you have clones, or how have you accomplished all this? How are you not just drop dead tired right this moment?
The cloning thing didn't really work out.
No.
Yeah, but honestly, it's been the help of family and community, and then setting the right kind of boundaries and